Carolina is just highlighting the fact that the government is nothing but violent middlemen, just geriatric criminals who...
Before I get this lesson / report started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and shalom to the hopefully elect men taking this true to the four corners of the earth, bidding the hopefully elect of Yasharallah, Israel, to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah with just some more info. Just this storm is looking like it's going to be one of the catalysts in really turning Esau against Esau, the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and let's get those precepts again. And I don't mean to overly kick a dead horse, but this is getting momentum, and it is without a doubt going to be one of the major turning points in the psychology of Esau. I will turn the Egyptian. So this is Isaiah 19:2. These are future prophecies talking about Mystery Babylon, which is America, the West, which is comprised predominantly of the rulership of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and it does house also the northern and southern kingdom of Israel, which are your Native Americans, your Latinos, and your so-called blacks who descend from the transatlantic slave trade. But here you got Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. So this is an in-house Civil War type situation, okay? And everyone against their neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And I'm going to just get one more precept out of 2nd Esdras. They shall not regard their princes. And so we know that the Spirit of the Most High, right, that the Most High controls the mindsets. He declares unto man what is his thought. I'm going to pull that one too. 2nd Esdras 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. And there's going to be many reasons why. And this recent situation is going to be one of those main reasons. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now we also know, let me get it, the heart or the mind, the heart of the king, or the ruler, the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord, right? He turns it. The heart of the king is in, let me see. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So the hand goes into the spirit and the Alahayim on the right and left hand side of Yahweh. And the Alahayim means powers, or your righteous or holy angels on the right hand side, and your wicked or evil angels on the left hand side. And they both are sent forth into the earth to carry out the will of the Most High, and they both are an expression of the Most High. So right here you see Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart or mind, his thoughts is in the hand, is in the powers, is in those angels who operate those chariots. It's in their hands. They can turn the thoughts of men in the direction according to prophecy, according to the sovereignty of the Most High. The king's heart, his mind, is in the hand of the Lord, of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. I want to get one more out of Amos. He declares unto man what is his thought. Unto man, what is his thought? So this is the sovereignty and the power of the Spirit of the Most High, right? Amos 4:13. For lo, he that formeth the mountains and createth the wind, and declareth unto man what is his thought. That is the point. He declares unto man what they're going to think. So as the Most High is directing Esau on the left-hand side to behave, that he's behaving, I'm talking about the rulerships, you're going to see with these videos that it's obvious that something really sideways is happening. Now again, I'm not speaking up in defense for Esau per se, but we know through righteous judgment, we can tell when something's being done wrong, right? And when you are dealing with a social class of people, since the establishment of this country, Edomites on the bottom have always been handed out by the Edomites on the top. They always got the best. Welfare was established for them. Bank loans were established for them. Redlining and all that kind of stuff, it benefited them. While the Edomites at the top, the ruling wicked elite, were doing their thing, the Edomites on the bottom that were over above the rest of us, they were enjoying the heck out of America. They were able to just get homes and land and, to pass on that generational wealth down to their children and start businesses and just live it up in America, while the rest of us were in oppression. We were being oppressed coming out of slavery, struggling and fighting for rights, didn't know who we were, being miseducated in the school and in Christianity and in Islam and all these other bogus religions. We didn't know that we were the Israelites. Well, I'm saying all that to say this. Look what's about to happen with these Edomites, man. Salakia. So these are just a few. Check this out.
Yeah, so the tragedy in North Carolina is just highlighting the fact that the government is nothing but violent middlemen. Just geriatric criminals who basically do nothing but step in between the interactions of average Americans to justify their existence. People always say, we need the government, they protect us, yet you can't sell lemonade without a permit, you can't braid hair or feed the homeless without a license, and you can't help people stuck in a disaster zone without food, water, or medical care without the threat of arrest. We have Americans with resources, helicopters, boats, supplies, and the gumption to get it done, who are being threatened with arrest if they continue to try to help or rescue.
So you got normal civilian-like Edomites who have the money. Because of all this time of being in America, they've been able to accumulate wealth and become strong. You have low-level Edomites who are not a part of the upper echelons of the ruling class, but they're still Edomites, right? They got the money to buy recreational helicopters. Well, these Edomites are trying to use their recreational helicopters to go in and bring and rescue stranded Edomites in these places that were hit by the hurricane. And Esau on the upper levels is telling them no. So this is going to put a major bad taste in the mouth of your common Joe six-pack Edomite in America. And this is going to be a major turning point in the psychological weather, so to speak, in the minds of so-called white America, man.
People. Why? Well, because the government needs to justify its existence in order to keep existing. It's not about helping people. It's about letting everyone know we're the ones that keep you safe from the world. They can't have average citizens helping each other, because if they did, then the average citizens might look around and go, hey, we actually got this done in way less time, way less money, and way more efficiently than we've ever seen the government do anything. So why are we paying you again? Why are we listening to you again? Why are we allowing you to lord over us again? Why are we allowing you to threaten us with violence again? Why are we allowing you to send all of our resources to places like Ukraine and Israel again, all while our fellow Americans suffer? Yeah, the government can't have that. They thrive on the power that they siphon from our daily interactions and disasters like North Carolina, all while telling us it's for our own good. They need us to need them, and they'll do whatever it takes to maintain that dependency, even if it's the threat of violence or throwing you in a cage, even if it's allowing Americans to waste away in a disaster zone just for the sake of saving face. So the next time you hear a politician talking about the greater good and working for you and public service, just remember the fact that the only reason why they exist is because you have to depend on them. And the only reason why you have to depend on them is because they made that happen via violence. And the kicker?
A matter of life and death for the people of North Carolina. So, my name's Jonathan Howard. I'm a member of the Florida State Guard Special Missions Unit. I'm also up here with Aerial Recovery, a nonprofit.
So this dude has helicopters. Listen to his story, man. 138,000 views so far.
I came up here on Sunday with Aerial Recovery before we even got activated. We flew up here, and then we got activated, which was great. I have my team up here working as well. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you everything that's happening from the ground, what I'm actually seeing, because what they're telling you is complete bullshit on the news, and these politicians don't have a fucking clue, and they're lying. I'll say this now, I'll say it at the end of the video. The only thing I need from this video is helicopters. If I have helicopters, I can save lives. Without helicopters, I can't reach these people. It doesn't matter how many chainsaws and trucks I got, I can't get to them. They're 10 miles in, 20 miles, 40 miles in the mountains. There's no way to get with them or even communicate with them. I am literally flying around in a civilian helicopter looking for SOS messages carved in the mud or painted on the ground, and we're dropping down and saving them. What got me fired up about this was yesterday, me and my team did the rescue of that 11-day-old baby. And all these government officials and social media, they're showing that video, that pictures and video of that rescue, and claiming that like they have some like government help with that. And I mean, even USA, I think it was USA Today, wrote an article about it, saying it was a Florida National Guard that went and got it, like with a helicopter. No, it was me, my buddy Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb with his own personal helicopter out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Like without.
So you can see that their own tongues are falling upon themselves. They're beginning to turn on each other because of all of this. You have all of this physical evidence of what the upper echelons of Esau is doing to these Edomites, and it's spreading, and Edomites are watching this happen. What's that precept? It talks about Esau. Do not get it twisted. White on white crime is the biggest kept secret in the universe. They have always been this way with each other. There's nothing more. You want to see a fight? Watch Edomites fight Edomites. When it's time for them to go off on each other, you get Civil War level, World War II, World War I level type deaths. They will kill the fuck out of each other. He who is wicked to himself, or evil to himself, how can he be good to another? Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, verse 14, or chapter 14, verse 5. He that is evil to himself, talking about to his own kind, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his good. So this is what this is going into.
That civilian, that baby would be dead. And the old lady we went and rescued after that, she'd be dead too because she had 1 day left of oxygen. No one was going to go get them. I will tell you, when we go up in the air, I probably see 40 civilian helicopters, and I might see 2 Blackhawks, National Guard, military, whatever they are.
See, and this is Esau. Jake doesn't have this kind of money. Jake, on a normal national level, doesn't have the kind of recreational income to just purchase a helicopter and just to be randomly be able to fly around for fun. And then if an emergency of this level take place, then go be the good guy. Hey, let's get in the helicopter that we bought for fun and go use it for some good to help rescue people. This is showing you the level of wealth that the Edomites, even the ones on the bottom, compared to the elites, they have. He just said like 40 helicopters. They're just random Edomites that's got helicopters. That costs money, you guys. It costs money for the equipment, for the fuel, to warehouse it, to license it, to learn how to fly it. That costs money. And so these Edomites are starting to realize, they're starting to see that their own rulers are at war with them.
That's it. No one's out there doing rescues. I have my entire team up here from Florida right now, and they have no ability to go rescue these people other than what they can drive to. And the people that are in dire need, they're out in the mountains. They are completely cut off. Now, I will say, I spoke to...
Let me see.
8 hours. 8 hours. 8 hours. What once was 1 hour and 20 minutes from my driveway to the Asheville airport is now nearly 4 hours one way. Just to get there. It went from an hour and 20 minutes to 4 hours. The literal geography of my region of Appalachia has been shifted. Do you understand?
Okay, so just like when the flood hit with Noah and how the gates were opened, or the pools of water were opened, and you had these big old gushing, these humongous gushing waters coming out of the ground and at the sky at the same time. And then once it was all done and said, the physical geographical terrain was changed permanently after that. That's kind of what happened after these floods in some of these areas. It's completely, the earth has been, like, the whole physical terrain of the dirt, sand, and the foundation has been rearranged on these people, man. That's what she's trying to explain.
Understand what I'm saying? Like, it's better you receive water damage and wind damage, and you hope that you can rally and rebuild and, go back to whatever your new normal will look like. But imagine that you cannot rebuild. You cannot rebuild because the land is not there anymore for you.
Okay, now that precept, I'm going to get again. The earth shall reel to and fro. Look at this. The earth. So this is all explained in prophecy. The earth shall. Now this is talking about to and fro. This is talking about the ICBM missiles. But you see this also. What else? What else is likened into the ICBM missiles? The thunder, the fire, the earthquake, the storm, the tempest. These are all elements of the judgments of the Most High. Look at this, Isaiah 24:20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Talking about the shaking, the staggering going back and forth that's going to happen to the lands when the ICBM missiles are hitting America, and shall be removed like a cottage. Being swept out from under it, the foundation being swept out from under it. You see it right there in that precept. That's what she's explaining.
During my 8-hour round trip yesterday from Northeast Tennessee to Western North Carolina, the things that I saw I don't know how to convey them. I don't think that you can.
And again, too, we're not putting these videos up to defend Esau. Also, this is also judgment. This is judgment coming on Esau from the left-hand side, because many people are starting to think that this situation was harped. Regardless of whether it was harped or not, it's a judgment that's been sanctioned by the Most High on the left-hand side, because even that type of technology was given to Esau specifically to create about these unnatural, natural type of weather expressions. Because the way that they're saying how this hurricane hit this area, it was doing things that normal hurricanes don't do. And then there was these jelly balls that were falling out of the sky that are made up of some type of element that it's starting to look like it was harped, basically. But I don't want to get too far into that. But this is also judgment, and you're going to notice that none of the Edomites who have been claiming to be God's chosen people, who have been claiming to be Christians, who have told the world that Yahushai, they told the version of Yahushai saying his name was Jesus and that he's white, and they got this white image of an Edomite man with long hair, this effeminate man in every nation, right? And yet you see none of these people breaking down prophecy, considering that maybe this is judgment. They're all crying about themselves only, and there's no consideration that this might be the anger of the Most High coming upon this nation. They're completely void of that understanding.
It's almost like...
And they're void of the reality of what they've done. None of these Edomites should be in the positions on this land that they have. How'd they get this nation? They stole it. Who'd they steal it from? The Northern Kingdom. How'd they steal it? They murdered the Northern Kingdom. And then what did they do? They went and stole the Southern Kingdom and brought us over here to be slaves and to build for 350 years, 3 days and a half, right? So there's no consideration in these people that maybe that this is vengeance. They don't even look at it like that because they're carnal.
Your brain can't comprehend it. The destruction, she's gone. It'd be one thing if you were driving by and you saw house after house and they had the water damage, or maybe they were missing a little bit of their roof. The things that happen during high wind storms and rain and stuff, which as Tennesseans and Carolinians, is that what y'all call yourselves? I'm not sure. We've experienced those things before. But now I want you to imagine driving through and you're seeing nothing because it was swept away. It was taken. It was gone. I know that I sound like a broken record. And the federal relief...
Now there's some brothers in GMS that are now releasing what's her name? God, the other Jake girl just revealed that Kamala Harris is not only an Edomite, but she is of the tribe of Amalek, and they got the receipts. And so now it explains for sure. Now we know for 100% sure. I knew she wasn't an Israelite, but I didn't have the proof. And I just saw 2 lessons today showing her seed line, or the seed line that she comes out of, and her father's father, and her father's father's father. They're all Amalek, man. So, and this explains why she is in her position and how she's able to do this insult right here. This money this little piece of money that they're going to give the Edomites, it's going to cause them to snap. Look at this.
And assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. And the federal
$750 is all Esau is going to offer Esau in those catastrophes.
Greetings. Are we going to ignore here the fact that another hurricane is set to form right here? Somebody commented on this a few days ago, and I didn't believe it because I don't like to sound the alarm before it's time to. But this was a 30% chance 48 hours ago, 40% chance yesterday, and now it's a 50% chance. And I've seen a few weather people actually sound the alarm, real weather people sound this alarm on YouTube, and so I thought I would bring it to our TikTok page right here. There might be another hurricane brewing right here that's going to enter through the Yucatan Peninsula and Cuba entrance into the Gulf, which is still hot. Not as hot, but still hot. And
prepare to be as pissed off as I am right now. And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being
See her blinking her eyes? Even she knows that's bullshit.
met. This trick just said $750. Let me break this down for you. When you look at all of the funding, the taxpayer dollars, our money that was given to Ukraine, and you look at the population in Ukraine, it is the equivalent of $5,000 per person, every single person in Ukraine. $5,000. You're telling Americans you're giving them $750? Not to mention that FEMA is underfunded to help Americans because they gave $940.
I'm gonna tell you what, this might be the event right here. Piss poor coverage from the government.
See, these Edomites are finna snap, man. This is gonna, all this trauma that's happening, just like when we see a Jake get shot by the police and we know it's unfair, but we understand the curses, it still sends a shockwave through your system. Whenever you hear of a Jake getting lynched or murdered, some type of thing that happens to our people, and they put it on television, it sends a shockwave throughout the nation into us. This is doing that very same thing, but it's doing it to the Edomites and those who are like, you know, emotionally attached to them. But mainly, this is what it's doing to the Edomites. I mean, it's real shit, but this is what's going to push them over the edge.
Government, low money, and this might be the one that's the breaking point. This event, the government and those who are in government, their response compared with how much money they've given other countries, this might be that event, y'all. This might be that event. This might be it. I'm telling you, watch it. I'm gonna tell you what.
And these guys, this is not, now look, again, I'm not defending Esau. This gentleman right here, it doesn't seem like he's bugged out. He doesn't seem like he's a weirdo in the sense of, you know what I mean? He's just a dude living in America. He's a Joe six-pack Edomite. Goes to work. You know, I'm not defending his character. That's not what I'm saying. He's just like, what the fuck? He's having a natural reaction to the stimulus that is being provided to his brain. And he's seeing how fucked up it is. And that's his reaction. And it's spreading through all of them. They're like, what the fuck?
Sound like this dude right here.
All right, so it's all over TikTok. It's not going to be on the news, of course, but the Federal Emergency Management Association, better known as FEMA, is now arresting volunteers if they don't leave the Tennessee area or the North Carolina area. Anybody coming up there with heavy equipment to help, anybody coming up there to try to get food and other resources to the victims of this catastrophe is getting turned away with a full load, told that they don't need their help, that they've got it covered. Meanwhile, they're taking, okay, the federal government is now stealing the donations for these people that the rest of the citizens have put together to try to help these people, and locking them away in storage and in warehouses for use pending approval on this one. So, maybe they'll get some, maybe they won't. So my message is to the American public. Where is our leadership? Where is our president? Where is our senators? Where are our congressmen? Who the fuck is going to step in and do something about this right now? Because what you're going to end up with is one hell of a fight on your hands, and it's coming. So we're going to need somebody with a suit and a fucking tie on to come talk this through and get it done and get those damn people out of there. Or somebody that doesn't have a fucking tie on and a suit is going to come over there and get them out of there. I want you to watch this video. And I want you to see the fear in this young girl's face when she's talking about they're arresting people. They're stealing the donations and locking them away. And if they don't leave, they're going to put them in jail. This is fucking FEMA. And you can't even help or volunteer unless you've been properly trained by the United Way.
We have some disgusting breaking news, and it involves these hurricane victims. So this morning, Chimney Rock, which is close to Lake Lure, which is the viral video of the helicopter guy being threatened to be arrested, where he left a victim on the side of a mountain because they threatened to arrest him. Well, apparently, they're getting ready to just bulldoze that entire community. And the local residents are speaking out, stating there are still bodies in the trees. You can see them. And they're not going to go rescue the bodies. No, they're just going to bulldoze it down.
Day 6. And I just can't help but, I literally am just crying for my people. And how could the government do us like this? And how could the whole country...
How could the government do us like this, right? You go into the comments and just see everything. You can see the comments. So everyone's talking about this, right? Everyone's talking about it.
Something very sinister is happening in the Appalachians, and we need to fucking talk about it. Trigger warning. Anybody that's sensitive and can't handle hearing about this, go ahead and scroll. For those that are like me, that cannot allow this bullshit to continue, listen up.
You can see.
So I'm getting information that they're shutting down I-40 and Highway 20 and all the back roads to go in and drop in supplies out toward west. If there's a will, there is a way, and y'all better be working some nighttime, double overtime, because once they start rolling in, you can't control it. I'm going to tell y'all boys that right now. Fuck y'all. Fuck every one of y'all that's wanting to block real Americans coming in there to save our...
See, these are your Joe six-pack Edomites. They're not weirdos. Again, I'm not defending them. You can discern these guys. They're emotionally, mentally connected to this because they see what's happening, and they're gonna say fuck it. And this is all it takes for this thing to start to snowball out of control. And I said all this when I was looking at all this shit. I was like, damn. In my spirit, I thought about us, the hopeful elect. I was like, wait a minute. if they're going to do this to their own people, and they do, and they will, and they are, I thought about 2nd Ezra chapter 16. I'm going to pull it up. You guys, we got to brace ourselves, get in the spirit, separate ourselves from anything that doesn't need to be in our lives. Ezra's 16. I'm going to start off at, I think, 72 area. But look at this. Let me find another. All right. For they shall waste. Okay, so yeah. So this is what's going to... so look at this. So this is 2nd Ezra, and this is to the elect. This is to the hopeful elect now. You've been a witness to this video. You've seen the last couple of videos I've posted. Judgment's coming on Esau and 2/3 of our people, right? Esau is wicked to his own people. We just pulled that precept. We are now talking about the hopeful elect, Yasharallah, the portion, the inheritance, the portion of the Most High, Yahweh Shai's bride, right? The hopeful elect, calling upon the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahshai, speaking, declaring the new song, chanting down this nation, okay? 2nd Ezra 1670 is detailed information on Jeremiah chapter 30. And even Revelations 12, I believe. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Let's get the Edom. And after I'm done explaining this, I'll be done with the lesson. I know I've already stepped over my bounds as far as time. Insurrection. Insurrection. All right. Insurrection. Insurrection. Okay. An uprising against civil authority, right? So that sounds like an uprising against, but this is saying against who? It's a rising up. Okay, to rise up, right? One who rises in revolt. But this is saying towards who? Those who fear the Lord. Talking about those who obey, who love Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and his commandments and his precepts. That's the elect, you guys. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out into their houses. And as a result of this, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. There's another version that says it's something like, because of the fire of this trial, my chosen will be revealed, or something like that. So this is the straight gate, man. This is Jacob's trouble. Some of us will die martyr deaths, you guys. Get that in your spirit, man. Every hopeful elect Israelite, every prophet, every beloved, every daughter of Zion, every member of the daughter of Zion, the comely woman who has made themselves white and pure and has feared the Lord. Some of us are going to be sweet and smelling offering savor. We're going to be martyred. We're going to die martyr deaths, you guys. Some of us are going to die. Jacob's trouble is not about surviving. Jacob's trouble is about going through the fire and coming through on the other side as pure gold. It's about going through that straight gate. And that straight gate does include martyred, righteous, wonderful deaths for some of us. Hold on, let me... Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And again, even those of us who die martyr deaths, we're being delivered from the same. Because you're going to end up right there at the throne of the Most High, chanting, crying out, praying, like it says, I believe, in Revelation 6, Revelation 5. And you're going to be given a robe, and you're going to wait to be sent back with Yahweh Shai on the chariot when he comes back to destroy Esau. 2nd Ezra 16:75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, right? And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. It is time to be circumspect. It is time to be holy. It is time to be separated. It is time to be straight, just face to face with the Most High. And to give you comfort, precious is the death. Precious in the sight. Precious is the death. Is the death. The death of the saints. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of the saints. Let me see if that pulls it up. Yes. Psalms 116. So precious in the sight of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, is the death of his saints. Some of us are going to die, you guys, but they're going to be martyr deaths. They're not going to be judgments. They're going to be martyr deaths. So with that said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. I pray that this lesson was edifying, and shalom to all you brothers out there taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect to the supper of the Lamb. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.